Peace inside my mind, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside my mind, God and only God I live to see. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti Om. Peace in the world, only God is moving me. Peace in the world, and only God I live to see. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti Om. Peace inside my mind, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside my mind, God and only God I live to see. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti Om. Shanti Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti Om.
Good morning. There's still some coming in. And we'll just keep smiling as they keep walking in. Good morning. I'm Reverend Laura DiDonato, a practitioner of the day. We have several practitioners here. We have Paul. We have Andrea. We have Liz. Anybody else? And future practitioners. Yay! Oh, Terry's hi, Terry. Terry's here too. Okay, and we have Reverend Angela today. Let's give her a hand. Yes. And Sonny on the beautiful music. I almost started crying with his first song. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Happy fall equinox tomorrow, but we can celebrate it today, a little early. So if I don't see any first timers here. Oh, now he's showing him announcements. I'd like to invite Paul up to talk about the art of prayer and meditation.
Yes, I'm holding a class called the Art of Prayer and Meditation. It'll be this Wednesday, September 24th, starting at 6:30 to 9. And I'm so excited to teach this class. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to go over, I would say they're the hinges of science of mind and spirit, of the teachings of our community. And so we're going to go over prayer, which is the idea of allowing yourself to just express this connection with the divine through prayer. And we're also going to go over this idea behind meditation, which is like listening to the divine, right? To really centering ourselves and allowing this presence to guide us. And so we're going to be going over that and many more things. And I encourage you to sign up. We already have a good group attending it, so it's going to be very exciting. We'll have dinner, and it'll be for 8 short weeks. And of what I can tell you about taking classes is that they are so grounding and so peaceful and so beautiful. So, and especially right now in these times that we're living in, taking a class, let me tell you, is so awesome. So I encourage you to sign up. There's a sign-up sheet at the table out on the front, or you can sign up online, which is the best way. We're going to be sending out some email notifications about that, so you can sign up at the comfort of your own home. So I encourage you to enroll, and if you have any questions, please let me know now if you like.
What are you doing with that?
Well, with the drop-ins, I still have to get some clarification on that with drop-ins, because the idea it's like a whole complete course. So I'll still get back to you on that. So I'm excited, and so yeah, please sign up. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. New Thought in the World, Conversations with Reverend Dr. Guy, monthly on Sundays. So the next one is September 28th, next week. Ooh, I'm excited. And then we have Magdalena with her beautiful mantras while playing the ukulele. And you get to go deep into another space in your heart and mind with that. Next Sunday also. Next Sunday is going to be full. And then we also have Fellowship of the Ring with Reverend Guy's book study. I don't see a date. That's too small. October 5th. Okay, thank you. And then, woo, I'd like to invite Liz up to announce Fairview Canyon Concert.
Yes, on October 11th, Saturday. Put it down on your calendar. This is a group that's performed here before, and they're wonderful. Movies from the 60s and 70s, my generation, and they're sweet. It's a lovely afternoon, 3 to 5, $20. For that, you not only have entry, but you get a drink. What a deal, right? But they're lovely, so invite your friends. It's a nice gathering for us and a beautiful afternoon, so put it down on your calendar. Thank you.
Thank you. Yay! I'm going to bring my swing dancers from the Fallbrook Ballroom Dance Club. Also, we have the youth program, and we'll invite Reverend Laura up to announce that. So after 39 years of Science of Mind curriculum, I have gathered No problem with that. So every week they get a service also. It starts with positive prayer, and we go into sound meditation with singing bowls. And then, of course, we pass the talking stick for sharing. And then, of course, we have a lot of different fun games and crafts that pertain to the lesson. So not only is the lesson, it's sung, it's danced, it's prayed, it's crafted. So by the end of the hour, they get the theme of the day. So it's so much fun that I'm still doing it. You don't want to do something that's not fun, right? So next is Well-Being and the Tao, every Sunday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. with Jim Jones. And don't miss out on that one. And he's got 2 new people that are going to be coming too. All right. And don't forget the Science of Mind gift shop. Oh my goodness. I'm in there every Sunday because there's something new every Sunday. And buying gifts for people. And our prayer ministry, we love to pray. And it's not the prayer from old school. It's positive prayer. And not only do you get healed, we get healed as practitioners because it comes through us. So we get healed also. Now, and we do have prayer request sheets behind the pews. And we have out in the foyer, we have also prayer request forms. And online, yes. And every Friday morning, the practitioners pray for everyone too. So you get the prayer tree too. So it's covered. It's covered. All right. And then after the service, there is a prayer circle that we offer right next to the kitchen in the Emerson room. The first door on your right. All right. My goodness. Let's move into our opening prayer. Let's put 2 feet on the ground. Take a nice deep breath, bringing your heart and mind into the now space. We are so grateful for this beautiful morning. We recognize God's Spirit is the power in all things. We are all one mind, one heart, one loving, beating heart. We are beautiful lights of joy and peace. And as we go into this week, we claim today that our minds be free of negative and old thoughts that aren't needed anymore. We open our minds and keep them open to new and beautiful possibilities. And today we claim that our bodies heal and are healthy, and that we let divine presence guide us into making the right decisions to keep our bodies healthy. And today, right now, right here, we open our hearts to be healed emotionally, spiritually, physically, to make room for more love in our lives. So as we move into this fall equinox, it's time to harvest our good, to harvest more love, more peace, more prosperity. And I release these truths, knowing that it has already taken place in the law of mind. And together we say, and so it is. Okay. My quote of today is from the Lakota people. Walk with medicine people, mystics, artists, creatives, and the storytellers, the intellects, the stargazers. Walk with people whose mission is to heal themselves and Mother Earth. Walk with people who care about things like kindness, integrity, compassion, and expansion. Walk with people who are breaking generational bad habits and shifting ancestral karma. Walk with people who get it and get you. Aho, meaning my prayer is your prayer. And now we're going to move into a 3-minute contemplation. And before we do that, I would like you to repeat after me the 7 aspects of God, of Spirit, of our creation. We are one with that creation, and so we're going to affirm those aspects. I am. Love, light, life.
Love, light, life.
I am peace and power.
I am peace and power.
I am beauty and joy.
I am beauty and joy.
And now, let's go into that meditation. Together we say, and so it is.
And so it is. Yes.
And now, Sunny.
This song is about love. I'm walking down the street. This happened about a week or so ago. And this gentleman looks up and says, I could sure use some help today. Sir, you got any money? And I said, whoa, I think I do. And I reached in my pocket and I took out a couple of bills. And I looked at him and he reached out his hands. I said, no, it's not that easy. I folded the bills up in my hand and I went behind my back. And I said, you got to guess which one it is. Do you feel lucky today? And so I came around, and then he's going, this is, I kind of surprised him. And then he tapped this one, and that's where the money was. And so I said, yeah, you got it. So he took it. And then he said the strangest thing. He said, man, what if I had picked the wrong hand? And I said, well, I guess we would just keep on going until you got the right one. And that made him laugh. And the love that we had, that was a moment on the street because he thought that was funny, that I would just keep on going until he got the right one. So that was a feeling of love. And then he said, my name is David, what's yours? So love is an experience, so that I just wanted to share that.
There's nothing higher than love. 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 Start each day with a sweet vibration. Show the world what's in your heart. Let love be what you feel, see in the mirror, even if your day had been hard. There's nothing higher than love. There's nothing higher than love.
It's a bit early, but I'm going to grab you. We're going to do that little bit together.
There's nothing higher than love. There's nothing higher than love.
One more time.
There's nothing higher than love.
We got it.
There's nothing higher than love. Make somebody happy. Make somebody strong. Make somebody happy. Make somebody strong. There's nothing higher than love. 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 Spirit's walking with us every day. Keep your concentration and keep your faith. We'll never be forgotten and we'll never be left behind. Spirit's coming with the love, and it's always on time. There's nothing higher than love. 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 Start each day with a sweet vibration. Show the world just what in your heart. Let love be what you see in the mirror. Even if your day was hard,
Let's go out together.
there's nothing higher than love. 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 Make somebody happy. Make somebody strong. Make somebody happy. Make somebody strong. Mm.
Let's take a breath. Hi, Tim. Nice to see you. All right. You're not Tim. Sorry. I thought that was an old friend of mine, but you're somebody else. Sorry. I'm seeing things. I got so moved by that song. So I was listening to... I'm not on? Okay. Checking. Hello? It's... Yeah. Hello? I'll try the other one. Oh, there isn't another one. Checking. That's better. Let's put this one back here. All right. So good to see you all. Hilltop community. I love when we sing together because it brings out joy. I think it reaches our soul. So listening to Reverend Guy's talk last Sunday about new beginnings, I felt called to read a lovely poem by John O'Donohue that's called actually New Beginnings. And it actually kind of fell off a pile of papers that I had. And so I felt like it was Spirit saying, oh, I hadn't intended to read it, but here it is anyway. It's called For a New Beginning. In the out-of-the-way places of the heart, where your thoughts never think to wander, this beginning has been quietly forming, waiting until you were ready to emerge. For a long time, it has watched your desire, feeling the emptiness growing inside you, noticing how you willed yourself on, still unable to leave what you had outgrown. It watched you play with the seduction of safety and the gray promises that sameness whispered, heard the waves of turmoil rise and relent, wondered, would you always live like this? Then the delight, when your courage kindled and out you stepped onto new ground, your eyes young again with energy and dream, a path of plenitude opening up before you. Though your destination is not yet clear, you can trust the promise of this opening. Unfurl yourself into the grace of beginning that is at one with your heart's desire. Awaken your spirit to adventure. Hold nothing back. Learn to find ease in risk. Soon you will hone in a new rhythm, for your soul senses the world that awaits you. Unfurl yourself into the grace of beginning that is at one with your heart's desire. And this is what Reverend Guy was inviting. Hold on one sec. Papers are getting. Well, This is what Reverend Guy was inviting us to last week. This new state of consciousness, this knowing that, this invitation to change our habits, surviving mechanisms, ways of being that no longer serve, but also an invitation to shift our state of consciousness, because that's where it all begins, awakening to the truth of our divine nature. And so I want to talk about awakening our joy today, because he also talked about the rise of nihilism, which is skepticism, which is, it reminds me of that bumper sticker that used to be around years ago, life sucks and then you die. Remember that one? You know, that. And that it's easy right now. There's a lot of that. And Rev Guy invited us, the invitation was, you know, to rise up and ask ourselves, what is Spirit calling us to? What are we being called to unfurl into right now? And my sense about that is, yes, we do the work of clearing the habits and the ways of being that no longer serve. At the same time, we tap into the I am within us. I love, Laura, what the affirming of the qualities of Spirit. To tap into the joy that is our divine and inherent birthright, that is not dependent on outside circumstances or events. Not always easy to be joyous right now. And yet it's crucial in a time of suffering. And it's a form of resistance almost that says, I'm not going to let this stand in the way of me shining my light of Spirit. There's a little joke about a man whose friend tells him he has to go and see a psychologist. So he's like, all right, he thinks I need to go, I'll go. And he sits with the psychologist, and the psychologist asks, you know, so how's everything with your family and marriage? Oh, it's great, it's wonderful, I'm so happy. How are things in your career? I'm feeling really fulfilled, and I got a promotion. And how's your finances? Finances are really good. How's your health? I'm in excellent health. And all the time he's talking, the psychologist kind of with his furrowed brow is, you know, writing down notes. And then he looks up and says, how long have you been feeling like this? Joy is, you know, far from a reality right now, right? In lots of ways. And yet, I think that's what we're being called to do and being invited to. And to know, as I said, that it doesn't come from outside, it comes from inside. And it's always there. You know, it's It's the Viktor Frankl quote. You know, everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. We get to choose how we're going to be, how we're going to respond, how we're going to act, how we're going to be. You know, and we've been taught, you know, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The pursuit, which indicates or lets us sort of believe that that happiness and that joy is something we have to pursue out there. I'll be happy when. I'll find my joy when. And we're always pursuing it, and we never really kind of get there because it's not an outside job. And the challenge is that we can't really look for joy outside and look for joy inside all at the same time. The more we look outside, the further we actually get from the true joy. You know, what Eckhart Tolle calls the joy of being, right? Just because. Let's take a breath. It's a state that can only happen in this present moment, in this breath, right here, right now. And we can be in that state of joy, which is the I am within us, singing its song, shining its light. And we can be grieving deeply at the same time. I think Rumi says, a few Rumi quotes today, says, the hurt you embrace becomes joy. The hurt you embrace becomes joy. And so we choose it. It's something we consciously say yes to. That's what I was doing back here. I wanted to read what Eckhart Tolle says about joy. He talks about the joy of being. The joy of being, which is the only true happiness, cannot come to you through any form, possession, achievement, person, or event. Through anything that happens. That joy cannot come to you. It emanates from the formless dimension within you, from consciousness itself, and thus is one with who you are. It's who we innately are. It's inside of us. We're not dependent on anything or anyone to be happy. And when we're waiting to be happy, when we're saying, I'll be happy when, we're in a state of dissatisfaction of this present moment, of what's going on right now. Let's breathe, everybody. We're in a state of something's missing right now. And nothing is missing right now. And things aren't easy right now. And things are getting a little scary, perhaps, right now. And I love this idea as joy as a form of resistance. I'm not going to let this stop me being the bright, shining star I'm meant to be. I'm not going to stop me. This is not going to stop me. Feeling the joy of spirit, beating my heart, breathing my breath. Nothing can extinguish that light. I read this somewhere. Who I am became rooted in becoming someone else. Who I am became rooted in becoming someone else. And this is the ongoing message that we get, isn't it, from advertising and everything. Oh my goodness. You know, if you have this, sorry. Oh my God, it's a disaster up here. Hold on. I'm not sure what's going on. Give me a minute. I'm breathing. I'm in my joy even as I'm messing up here. Advertising. If you just had this car with this perfect family, you'd be happy. If you just used this soap, right? You would be luxuriating every single minute, and bubbles of joy would be emanating from you. It's all what we're fed, right? Have more of this and more of that, and buy this. That's the seduction. And we fall short every time. It's never enough until we find it deep within. This is from the Upanishads. All is whole and complete and perfect and divine. Infinite completeness. When you remove anything from infinity, that which you've removed is whole, complete, perfect, and divine. And that which remains is perfect, whole, complete, and divine. And this makes sense mathematically. You know, no matter what we do, if we take infinity and divide it by 2, what do we get? Infinity. If we multiply it by 100, we get infinity. And this is the truth of who we are. There is nowhere in any of the teachings that say God is finite. God is infinite. Spirit is infinite. Everywhere. And we could say that we were removed from that infinity. You know, it says that which is removed, anything from infinity, that which you've removed is whole, complete, and perfect. It's a way of understanding ourselves, that we've been created not just by the Creator, but out of spirit. We are spirit. We are that which has been removed in physical form. In non-physical, we haven't been moved anywhere. So we're infinitely joyous. We're infinitely filled with love and compassion and freedom and joy. Let's take a breath. And so perhaps we've lost a little bit that state of awareness. And joy is a state of awareness. And how we get to that joy that is deep inside, that nothing can take from us, I think is through our spiritual practices, through meditation. Again, Rumi. I'm almost afraid to move anything. Submit to a daily practice, Rumi says. Your loyalty to that is a ring at the door. Keep knocking. And the joy inside will eventually open a window and look out to see who's there. I love that. Just keep practicing. Keep knocking. And joy isn't a spiritual bypass. We honor what we're feeling. If grief is arising, we let it be. If fear is surging up, we're with it. If there's anger we need to tend to, we tend to it. And know that we can feel joy at the same time. And in fact, grief cracks our heart open, wide enough sometimes, for the love and the joy and the peace to awaken in us even more. I heard a story, I'm not sure where I heard it, but there was a man whose wife had died like a day or two before, and he was seen at a party having fun and dancing and singing, and someone went up to him and said, you know, didn't your wife just die? What are you doing? And he said, well, I know my wife would want me to be joyous, and I too want to return to that place of joy. That's my intention. So why not now? Why not now? Why wait? And that doesn't mean that that man didn't cry all the way to that party, and maybe cry all the way home, and maybe miss his wife in his heart while he was there. But his intention to tap into the joy beyond all understanding really took him, that was what he wanted to put, where he wanted to put his focus on at the same time. Let's take a breath. This is from the Bhagavad Gita. A yogi is one to whom a handful of dirt, a lump of clay, and a block of gold are all the same. Each of them equally able to help us on our path, or equally unable to help us on our path. We're no more likely to attain that inner fundamental state of consciousness, of awareness, of joy, of peace and love that is the purpose of life through a brick of gold, a handful of dirt, or a lump of clay. We're not going to find it there. We're not going to find it if we wait until, if the politics would just change. If my friend, mother, father, sister, brother, whoever would just stop doing this thing or that thing, or start doing something else. We can't wait. It's here now. And as we entrain ourselves to be in that high state, we take a stand that shifts the planet, that shifts the vibration, the new consciousness, the new beginnings. As Rev Guy said last week, we can't put new wine into old wineskins. We can't just change habits and change ways of being if we still have a belief in misery, lack, limitation. If we still don't have faith in Spirit's love. If you're miserable in a room alone, chances are you are the cause. If you are miserable in the room alone, chances are you are the cause. I think this is a paraphrasing a modern day on Nietzsche or one of those, but that's it. What room are we in? Who is the I? Who is the me that's in misery? And who is the I that is in joy? The human part may be in misery. The divine part is always in joy. Unharmed, unfettered, untouched, unperturbed by anything that's going on. In our bodies, in our minds, in our spirit, in the circumstances of our life. That joy keeps on keeping on. And so we practice. We practice by coming to gatherings like this. We practice with singing together, dancing together, drumming together, having concerts together, sacred service together. There's a million other ways I probably haven't mentioned, but we know that is our work right now. That's what we're charged with. That's what Spirit wants. To unfurl the grace of new beginnings. To say, I'm not going to let this world take over or get me down to such a point where I forget who I truly am and who I was born to be. And you know, that whole thing about we're convinced that someone or something is the cause of our misery. It's not. Lies within us, deep. Let's take a breath into the joy. And how do we experience joy? That might be different for all of us, but I think there's a quality that when we think about and remember on times where we felt that joy, whether it's with a loved one, whether it's watching a baby be born, whether it's with an animal, a sunrise, a sunset, being in the mountains, being in a spiritual setting. It's almost like the borders and the barriers come down. We're having this experience of oneness. We're just there in that joy of being. There's no separation in those moments. And really, if we're holding barriers and borders, we're really not in our full joy. Melting into pure awareness. That's where the joy is. Let's take a breath. So Sri Nityananda Swamiji tells this story about a man going to a doctor. And he's like, everything in my body is hurting. Everything I touch hurts. When I touch my head with my finger, it hurts. When I touch my stomach, it hurts. When I touch my leg, it hurts. I touch my foot, it hurts. I put my finger on the back of my neck, and it hurts. And I'm just in terrible pain. And the doctor takes lots of scans and lots of tests. And he comes back, and she says, well, I have good news and bad news. The good news is your scans and tests are clear. There's nothing wrong with your stomach or your head or your back or all those places. The bad news is you broke your finger. And so everything that you touch hurts. And here's what Sri Nityananda says. Understand, when your finger is fractured, every spot you touch is going to seem painful. When you are carrying incompletions inside you, everything in life feels painful. Life itself is not pain. The finger with which you are touching life is causing the pain. So look in. You need to you need to heal the finger, not try to change life. The finger is our consciousness, is our attitude, is our awareness. Being in that connected awareness right here, right now, melting and merging in that connection to self, into others, and into the divine. When we do that, miraculously, that which in our world hurts is softened. It's softened. And the only chance for joy is here in this moment and the next, and the next, and the next. So, the invitation is to wake up to that which is already alive in us, to entrain and align with that, to do that which evokes that sense of joy deep inside, and to know that, joy is a necessary part of what needs to happen. This woman in our world right now, Adrienne Marie Brown, she talks about pleasure activism, reclaiming pleasure as an important act of reclaiming the wholeness of our lives. To be that joy. And this is from White Eagle. Don't feel guilty for feeling happy in these difficult times. Being sad or angry doesn't help at all. Resistance is resistance through joy. You have every right to be strong and positive, and there is no other way to do this than to adapt a beautiful, joyful, and radiant attitude. This has nothing to do with alienation, ignorance of the world. It's a strategy of resistance. And I think that Spirit is inviting us at this time of new beginnings to awaken to the truth of our divine and inherent nature, the joy of being, being present in this moment with you. That's joy, connecting. Sonny's experience with the man on the street, joy in that connection. There's only one of us. That's joy. Joy, choosing it. I'm choosing joy today because that's my affirmation of resistance to what's going on. That's the greatest gift that I can bring to a world that's in fear and in the midst of skepticism. I'm bringing joy today. So let us pray and take a breath. And I just want to say, if you're not feeling joy in this moment, that's okay too. It's fine. Just hear the words and know it's there. There are many times in my life, and I'm sure yours, where I have felt that I can't quite tap into that joy, but just knowing it's there. That there's the me that's grieving right now, or the you that's grieving or going through a challenging time, that's troubled, that's scared, whatever. We honor that and know that there's a you and a me that is not touched by any of it, that is in that joy and that love and that peace and that grace. So we give all to joy this day. We give all to love. We give all to peace and compassion. And we breathe in one breath, one light, one power, one presence, one joy, knowing that's all there is, all there ever will be, and all there ever was. That everything that happens in this world of form is temporary. It's shifting and it's changing. And as we grab at something out there that brings us happiness, then a few moments or days or years later, it's gone, and then we grab again, and on and on. This is the joy that never ceases. This is the love that is ongoing. The realm of spirit shining forth as each and every one and all of creation. And I'm knowing for us that we claim our divine and inherent birthright of joy this day. We sing our joyful song. We speak our joyful word. We open our heart in joy. We find the joy in the smallest of things and in the biggest of things. And we let go of the pursuing of it from the outside. And we turn our attention inward. We hone that joy through our spiritual practices. We remember it. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the divine gift that we have all been given. The gift of joy, the gift of peace, the gift of love, the gift of freedom, of divine power and wholeness and beauty. That is ours. I'm grateful that that light within us all can never be extinguished. It may be laden over, so it's hard to sense it or see it or feel it. It's in there. There's light in there. And I'm grateful that we choose to nurture this light. We choose to be in relationship with this light of spirit within us. We choose to entrain it, to align with it, so we can choose joy in the midst of it all. So with a grateful heart at the gifts of spirit bestowed upon us and as us, I release my word to the very soul of the universe that has already agreed wholeheartedly with that I have spoken. just says yes. Yes to joy, yes to peace, yes to love. So there's nothing left to do now except release my word with deep faith and conviction, to feel the joy stirring up in every cell of our being and every beat of our heart. What a joy it is to be alive. What a joy it is to feel the light of spirit within each of us. What a joy it is to be together here this Sunday morning. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend. Sometimes I lay under the moon and thank God I'm breathing. Then I say, don't take me soon, 'cause I'm here for a reason. Sometime in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity's around, I know one day it'll all turn around. 'Cause all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't wanna fight no more. There'll be no more war, and the children will play. One day, one day, one day. One day, one day, one day. One day all of this will change. Treat people the same. Down with the violence, down with the hate. One day we'll all be free, singing songs of freedom. We are, yo, yo. We are, yo, yo. We are, yo, yo. We are, yo, yo. All my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't wanna fight no more. There'll be no more war, and the children will play. One day, one day, one day. One day, one day, one day. All my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't wanna fight no more. There'll be no more war, and the children will play. One day, one day, one day. One day, one day, one day. Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you, Sonny.
You're welcome. Yes. Thank
Beautiful.
You.
Thank you. And wow. Thank you, Reverend Angela. Wow. All right. It's that perfect time to show our appreciation and gratitude for all that we share with each other. For all our volunteers here, thank you very, very, very much. The front door, the kitchen, the sound, and everyone else that greets and hugs and welcomes each other. So, usually I always say, giving or money is love on paper. Well, Reverend Angela reminded us it's also joy. So I've been teaching 130 styles of dance for 50 years. That's joy. And I instantly get back as I'm giving instantly with my students. And so here at the Hilltop Spiritual Center, we are also not only giving, but receiving at the same time. This is our family. This is our home. This is our building. And so we need to take care of it. And with joy and love and peace and gratitude.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Okay. Another deep breath. Good. When we get moved in any way, sometimes the breath gets a little shallow or withheld. So let's keep flowing. What a lovely morning. Let us give thanks. Let us give thanks for Spirit expressing through and as this beautiful community, Hilltop Center for Spiritual Living. Let us give thanks for Reverend Guy and his ministry and vision, and for all the practitioners and volunteers and congregants that support it. I give great thanks for the joy in the room, for the peace in our hearts, for the love we carry with us. Grateful that we awaken to Spirit within us. Letting this time rest now, knowing it has unfolded exactly as it was supposed to. I let it be, and so it is. Amen.
I'm tempted to sing, "How much is that doggy in the window?" but I won't. When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. When you're laughing, the sun comes shining through. But when you're crying, you bring on the rain. Stop your sighing, come on, be happy again. Keep on smiling, 'cause when we're smiling, the whole world is smiling too. The whole world is smiling too. Okay, true story.